What's going on, and welcome back to another less than 5 minute gear review. And in this video we're going to be going over the Ferro Concepts WINGMAN radio pouch version 2 and how this guy competes against some of the other products or similar products that are out on the market. So to kick it off, these guys are going to cost you about $40 for the pair, so you will get a left side and a right side, and then you will also get the shock cord and SNS Precision pull tab to be able to put all of this together and set it up for your kit and the radios that you're running. With that, you're also going to have a couple of different options between colors and camo patterns, so you can tailor this specific to your operational environment, duty position, and occupation. And that really sums it up as far as all the just general data goes. But when it comes to the actual construction, these things are very well put together. There are a few things that I'll talk about at the end that can be a concern depending on the radio that you're running. But with that, front side of the pouch, you do have that loop Velcro that's going to cover or take the place up of the covered loop material on your plate carrier for your magazine panel to attach to. And then you also have the hook Velcro on the back side to be able to Velcro these straight into your plate carrier. From there, you have your elastic section or channel that's going to hold your radio in place, and then you have a small little piece of nylon here at the bottom to be able to hold that radio so that way it doesn't fall out of the bottom of the actual radio pouch. And then on the top side of the radio, you do have these two little loops to be able to pass your shock cord through and set up your radio inside of the pouch. So all you're going to have to do is take that shock cord, run it through like so, and then for the SNS Precision little pull tab, you'll just push these guys through the little holes on either side. And it will give you a little bit of resistance, but that's good, so that way it doesn't move on you when you have this set up on your radio. And then from there, you can just pass one side through or both sides through the back side and then tie this off in a knot to hold your radio. So as I get this through, show you kind of the simple way of setup. So that's through now, and then from here you can just tie the knot in right there at the end, adjust it to your specific radio, and it's as simple as that. So that's one way, or the simple way of putting all of this together. The second way of putting it together, we're just kind of thinking about different radio setups and potentially how many different radios you may be running. You do essentially the same thing for the front side, but then instead of cutting the material off on the back side, once you have everything set up for your radio, if you're running multiple different radios, kind of like the little bracelets that you can set up that are adjustable, you can take your shock cord, tie a knot on either side of the loop after you've passed everything through, and then that way you can adjust your shock cord to various different radios. I know for me and a lot of the guys that I work with, we're running Embitters, Harris radios, some of the other newer radios that are out now, and then we can also run a lot of different commercial and civilian radios that are out on the market, to include Motorola and some of the other companies that are out there. So having this set up to where you can adjust your drawstring to different radios is really nice, so then that way you're not having to cut material constantly and then reset this up every single time you throw a different radio in there. So just some food for thought when it comes to the setup of this pouch. When it competes with some of the other products that are out there, say for like example the Cry Precision Embitter pouch that they have, that's very similar to this. This does a very, very good job of retaining things. It's very minimalistic and simple and straightforward. However, one of the things that I have noticed with these guys is depending on where that side push-to-talk is on your actual radio pouch, this elastic does have the potential of depressing that push-to-talk and causing the radio to key and or hot mic. So something just to be aware of when it comes down to it. Try and set up your radio inside of the pouch where it won't do that. But when it comes down to it, this thing is really a really good pouch, and definitely my go-to for most of the stuff that I'm doing. And then on top of that, with setting these up on your plate carriers, depending on how many radios you're running, you can definitely run these on the left and or the right side of your plate carrier. And then another way that you can set these up for your lower profile systems or your micro chest rigs, if you're just running a chest rig, you can run this on the bottom of that chest rig, mount your radio horizontally, and then that way your radio is sitting in there. And then you run a body whip for your antenna, and then on the back side you can just throw a Velcro panel or just a cover for the Velcro to be able to protect your clothing and all of that stuff, similar to kind of the Haley Strategic D3CR and the backer Velcro piece that you can run on there to close everything up. So a couple of different options when it comes to the actual setup for your plate carrier and how you can do that, as well as some more like low profile, low vis concealment type work that you can also set up all of that stuff. So just a couple of options for you. So with that, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. We will help you out in any way that we can by answering those questions. And with that, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.